Chosen one, listen closely. This is not a coincidence. You were led here for a reason. There is a stirring in your spirit right now because heaven has marked this moment for you. Nothing, absolutely nothing, can stop the blessing that is on its way. What God has sealed, no force in the natural or the spiritual can break open against His will. You are stepping into a season where closed doors will swing wide, where resistance will crumble, and where the impossible will bow before the authority of God's hand over your life. For too long, you may have felt overlooked. You've watched others rise, doors open for them, while you remained waiting, praying, wondering if heaven still remembered your name. But the Lord whispers to you now, I have not forgotten you. The delay was not denial, it was preparation. You've been hidden for a season, refined in the secret place, sharpened in the quiet hours where no one else saw the cost of your obedience. But now the time has come. This blessing is different. It is not fragile. It cannot be stolen, delayed, or destroyed. Why? Because God Himself has sealed it with His own hand. The enemy cannot reach into what has been placed under divine protection. The storm may rage, people may doubt you. Circumstances may shift, but the promise will remain unshaken. Chosen one. You must know this truth. If God sealed it, then it carries the full weight of His authority, His power, and His timing. But here is what makes this word so vital for you today. The blessing that's coming is not just about provision or opportunity. It's about transformation. It's about alignment. It's about walking into the very assignment that heaven carved out for your life before you were even born. And when you step into it, you will realize why the wait was necessary, why the trials were intense, and why the warfare was relentless. Because the magnitude of this blessing requires a vessel that has been tested, purified, and proven faithful. Stay with me until the end of this message because there are secrets to be revealed. Secrets about the signs. You will notice the instructions you must follow, and the assurance God has already spoken over your life. Do not miss what is being poured out in this moment. This is more than encouragement. This is a prophetic decree over your destiny. Chosen one. Nothing can stop this blessing because the Almighty has sealed it, and heaven has declared it is done. Chosen one, before I reveal the fullness of this message, I must make it clear where it comes from. This is not from human imagination, not a product of wishful thinking, and not just motivational words meant to soothe the ear. This word carries the breath of heaven flowing straight from the throne of God into your life in this very moment. When God speaks, His word does not return empty. It accomplishes what He sends it to do. And today, this message is sent to you. You have felt the gentle nudge in your spirit before. Perhaps late at night, when the world was quiet, you sensed that God was trying to get your attention. Perhaps during prayer worship, or even in moments of silence, you felt an unusual weight, a presence that whispered, "You are chosen. There is more for you." This is that confirmation. This is that reminder. The voice you've been hearing in glimpses is the same voice now speaking clearly, through this word, God Himself. The blessing we are about to speak of is not ordinary. It is not the kind of blessing that fades with time or changes with circumstances. It is not tied to luck, chance, or human approval. This blessing is divinely sealed, wrapped in the authority of the Creator, and released in the exact moment He has appointed. Heaven does not operate on human calendars. Heaven operates on eternal timing. And right now, that timing has aligned for you. You may ask, why me? Why now? And the Lord answers, because I called you before you were formed in the womb, because I have written your name in the palm of my hand. Because what I began in you, I will bring to completion. Chosen one. The battles you have faced were not random. The tears you cried were not wasted. Every trial has been training. Every delay has been divine, and every setback has been preparation for this very hour. The blessing that has been sealed for you has always been waiting. But now heaven declares it is time. Do you feel it even now? That pull in your spirit, that quickening in your heart, that is not just emotion, it is divine alignment. The Spirit of God is bearing witness with your spirit that what is being spoken is truth. And when heaven confirms a word, it becomes a living seed that cannot die. This introduction is not simply to inspire you, it is to position you. God is not only announcing what is to come, He is preparing your heart to receive it. For when the blessing unfolds, it will require your faith, your courage, and your readiness. And because you are chosen, you will not miss it. Stay attentive. Listen with your whole heart. For in the next moments, the prophecy will be unveiled in its fullness, and you will understand why nothing, absolutely nothing, can stop what God has sealed for your life to you, chosen one. The moment has come to unveil what heaven has been whispering into your spirit. The blessing that is sealed for you is not just a gift, it is a divine shift. It is the kind of breakthrough that does not merely change your circumstances, but transforms your very path. What God is releasing in your life will break patterns, close cycles, and unlock doors that generations before you could not open. Picture this, a mighty door of bronze standing before you, immovable for years, guarded by forces of doubt, fear, and resistance. You've pushed, you've prayed, you've waited, and still it remains shut. But now by the decree of the Lord, the sound of heaven's keys is turning in the lock. That door is not opening by your strength, it is opening because God has commanded it to open. And when God commands, creation responds. The blessing coming to you is unstoppable because it is wrapped in divine authority. Just as no wave can resist the tide, no darkness can resist the rising sun. No power of opposition can resist what God has set in motion for your life. You are walking into a season where favor will overtake you, where resources will find you, where opportunities will come searching for you, not because of human connections, but because of divine alignment. Chosen one. This blessing carries layers. On the surface, it will look like answered prayers, provision, relationships, restored dreams, fulfilled visions becoming reality. But beneath the surface, it carries something far greater. It will shift the atmosphere around you. Where there was confusion, there will be clarity. Where there was lack, there will be abundance. Where there was rejection, there will be acceptance. This is not merely an event, it is a transformation of your spiritual environment. Do not mistake this for ordinary favor. This is not the kind of blessing that appears and disappears. This is the establishment of a new order in your life. A divine covenant moment where God Himself places His seal and says, "This belongs to my chosen." Just as a king seals a decree and no one dares to break it, so has God sealed this blessing over you. And because it is sealed, the enemy cannot touch it. The attacks may come, the storms may rage, but the blessing remains unshaken. Think of Joseph, who was thrown into a pit, sold into slavery, and cast into prison. Yet the blessing followed him unstoppable until it raised him to a throne in Egypt. Think of David, overlooked by men, underestimated by his family, yet anointed by God, and the blessing lifted him from shepherd fields to royal palaces. Think of Esther, hidden in obscurity, then suddenly positioned to save a nation. Their journeys were filled with trials, but the blessing sealed over their lives prevailed. And now, it is your turn. Chosen one. Heaven is declaring, this is the hour. This is the moment. Nothing can stop what I have sealed. You may not see the full picture yet, but you will begin to sense it. Circumstances will begin to shift. People will begin to appear in your path who carry keys to your destiny. Doors that were once locked will begin to open with ease. And most importantly, your heart will recognize it. Deep within your spirit will whisper, "This is what I have been waiting for." The prophecy unveiled today is not a vague hope. It is a divine appointment, a covenant blessing, a turning point written in heaven's book. And it is written under your name. Chosen one, prepare yourself. For nothing, absolutely nothing, can stop this blessing. It is sealed by God, and what He has sealed, no power in heaven, on earth, or under the earth can break. Chosen one. Every prophecy carries not only a promise, but a deeper meaning hidden within it. To simply hear that a blessing is coming is encouraging, but to understand why it comes, how it transforms, and what it represents in the grand design of your destiny, that is where the true power lies. The sealed blessing over your life is not just about what you will have, but about who you are becoming. God is far less concerned with material outcomes than He is with the shaping of your soul. The treasures of heaven are not fleeting possessions. They are eternal deposits, faith, strength, wisdom, authority, and a heart that reflects His light. Think of your journey like a seed planted in the soil. For a long time it lies hidden beneath the ground, unseen, even forgotten by those who pass by. But deep in the soil, transformation is taking place. The outer shell cracks, roots push downward, and in time a sprout rises upward. That breaking, that pressing, that waiting, it was all necessary for the seed to become what it was destined to be. Chosen one, you are that seed. Your hidden season has been a time of breaking and pressing, but now the sprout of promise is about to break through the surface. The blessing sealed for you represents the moment of emergence. It is when the seedling meets the sun, when what was once invisible becomes undeniable. It is God's way of saying, your season of hiddenness has accomplished its work. Now it is time for fruitfulness. This is why nothing can stop it, because this is not the work of man, it is the law of spiritual seasons. Just as no winter can stop the arrival of spring, no darkness can prevent the dawn, no valley can hold back the river once the rains have fallen. When heaven declares, it is time, creation must align. Chosen one. Let's go even deeper. The sealing of the blessing represents ownership. In ancient times, when a king sealed a letter, it bore his authority. No one could tamper with it without risking punishment. Likewise, God has placed His seal over this blessing in your life. It is His signature upon your destiny. It declares to every adversary, touch not this one, for they are mine. The seal is a symbol of protection, authenticity, and divine guarantee. But there is more. The blessing is not simply about you, it is about legacy. When God blesses His chosen, He does so with generations in mind. Abraham was blessed not only for his lifetime, but to birth a lineage of faith. Joseph was blessed not only for his rise to power, but to preserve nations. Esther was blessed not for personal gain, but to save her people. Likewise, your blessing is designed to ripple outward. It will impact family, community, and even people you have not yet met. This is why the preparation was so intense, because the assignment is so great. Understand this. The trials you endured were not random. They were refining fires, shaping you into a vessel capable of carrying the weight of the blessing. If the gold had not passed through fire, it would not shine as it does. If the diamond had not endured pressure, it would not sparkle with such brilliance. You, chosen one, are being revealed as heaven's jewel, shaped by pressure, refined by fire, and sealed by divine decree. The deeper meaning of this prophecy is this: your life is not ordinary. You have been set apart, consecrated for a divine purpose. The blessing is not simply to comfort you, but to commission you. It will lift you into places where your voice, your presence, your light will make a difference. And though the world may not understand why doors suddenly open, why favor suddenly follows you, we'll know it is because God has sealed it. So take heart. This is not about striving, not about forcing, not about fearing whether you are worthy enough. This is about surrendering to the truth that God has chosen you, prepared you, and now established you for what is next. The meaning behind this blessing is not just that you will receive something, but that you will become someone greater than you ever imagined. Chosen one. You are entering a season where destiny and divine timing converge. And when they do, no power in existence can halt the fulfillment of God's decree over your life. Chosen one. Whenever God seals a blessing, He also releases confirmations so that your heart will not doubt. These confirmations are like divine fingerprints, subtle yet undeniable, marking your journey and whispering, "Yes, this word is for you." If you look closely, you will notice that the signs are already around you, woven into your everyday experiences. Let me reveal some of these signs to you now. 1. A stirring in your spirit. Perhaps the most personal sign is that inner stirring you cannot explain. It may feel like anticipation without reason, a quiet excitement in your soul that says something is coming. At times it feels like restlessness. You cannot stay where you are spiritually or emotionally because your spirit knows elevation is near. This stirring is heaven's way of preparing you. 2. Closed doors that suddenly open. Have you noticed certain areas where you once faced resistance suddenly shifting? Opportunities you thought were gone begin to reappear. Conversations you thought had ended resurface with new possibilities. These are not coincidences. They are signs that the sealed blessing is beginning to manifest, and the doors once locked are yielding to God's command. 3. Unusual opposition or warfare. Yes, even opposition can be a sign. Sometimes right before the blessing breaks forth, resistance intensifies. Suddenly, old struggles resurface, unexpected obstacles arise, or relationships become strained. Do not panic. This is confirmation that you are close. The enemy resists what he cannot stop. If the attacks feel stronger, it is only because the blessing is nearer. 4. Divine alignments with people. Another sign is the appearance of people in your life who carry keys to your destiny. They may come suddenly through unexpected connections or conversations. These individuals may not even realize the role they play, but their presence and words will propel you forward. God often sends helpers, mentors, or encouragers as signs that His blessing is at hand. 5. Prophetic echoes. Have you noticed repeated themes in messages, songs, scriptures, or even conversations? Perhaps the same verse keeps appearing, or multiple voices confirm the same truth. Your time is coming. You are chosen. The wait is over. These echoes are not by chance. They are God's way of confirming His word. 6. A deep peace amidst chaos. Finally, there is the peace that surpasses understanding. Even though circumstances around you may still look uncertain, there is a calm rising within you. You may not see the full blessing yet, but something within tells you it is already secured. That peace is the Holy Spirit's witness that the seal of God cannot be broken. Chosen one, as you reflect, do you recognize these signs? They are not random, they are heaven's confirmations. If even one of these resonates with you, it is evidence that the sealed blessing is already stirring, already unfolding, already finding its way into your life. Do not dismiss these signals. Write them down. Hold them close. For they are reminders that the prophecy is alive, breathing, and manifesting even now. And soon what has been promised will not just be sensed, it will be seen. Chosen one. Before the blessing is fully revealed, there are hidden challenges you must face. These challenges are not meant to destroy you, but to refine you. They are not punishments, but proving grounds. Think of them as the final stretch of the journey, difficult, yes, but necessary to prepare you for the weight of what you are about to carry. 1. The weight of waiting. One of the greatest challenges you will encounter is the waiting itself. Even though the blessing is sealed, there will still be moments where it feels delayed. The temptation will be to grow impatient, to wonder if God has forgotten. But hear this: waiting is not wasted time. It is sacred time. In the waiting, God strengthens your faith, sharpens your discernment, and builds endurance in your soul. 2. The pressure of opposition. Do not be surprised if resistance increases. Sometimes when the enemy sees the seal of God on your life, he attempts one last desperate strike. You may experience unexpected conflict, criticism, or setbacks. But remember, opposition is proof of progress. The enemy only attacks what threatens him. If the warfare has intensified, it is because the blessing is closer than ever. 3. The silence of God. Another hidden challenge is when God seems quiet. You may pray and not hear immediate answers, worship and feel no response. This silence is not abandonment, it is trust. Just as a teacher is quiet during the test, God sometimes withholds immediate answers to strengthen your ability to rely on what He has already spoken. His silence is a sign that He believes in the faith He has planted within you. 4. The test of relationships. You may notice shifts in relationships. Some people will distance themselves. Others may suddenly oppose you, and still others may be removed altogether. This pruning is not cruelty, it is protection. Everyone cannot go where you are going. The blessing requires a purified circle. People who can handle the weight of your next level. Trust that God knows who belongs in your destiny. 5. The battle within. Perhaps the greatest challenge is the battle inside your own heart, the whispers of doubt, fear, and insecurity. The enemy will try to convince you that you are not worthy, not ready, not capable. But this too is a test. You must silence those voices with truth. I am chosen. I am sealed. I am prepared. Chosen. Do not mistake these hidden challenges as signs of failure. They are confirmations that you are being prepared. You are not being punished, you are being positioned. And when the blessing arrives, you will look back and see that every tear, every test, every trial was necessary to shape the strength within you. Take courage. The challenges are temporary, but the blessing is eternal. Chosen one. A sealed blessing is guaranteed, but preparation is still required. God has already decreed it, but He invites you to partner with Him in faith, obedience, and readiness. Divine instruction is the bridge between prophecy and fulfillment. Without it, the blessing may come and find you unprepared. With it, you will step boldly into the fullness of what heaven has reserved for you. Here are the sacred instructions for this season 1. Guard your heart. Above all, protect the wellspring of your spirit. Do not let bitterness, offense, or fear take root. The enemy knows he cannot touch the blessing itself, so he tries to corrupt the vessel. Chosen one. Forgive quickly, release anger, and keep your heart pure. The blessing flows through a heart aligned with heaven. 2. Stay anchored in prayer. Prayer is not only communication, it is alignment. In this season, your prayers will be sharper, carrying more authority because you are praying in step with God's timing. Do not neglect this. Set aside intentional time daily, even if only for a few minutes, to quiet your spirit and listen as much as you speak. God will whisper instructions, and your obedience will unlock doors. 3. Walk in bold faith. This is the time to step out. Opportunities will appear, but they may look intimidating. Do not shrink back. Remember, if God sealed the blessing, He has already equipped you. Boldness is not arrogance. It is confidence in the one who goes before you. Dare to apply, to speak, to create, to move. Faith without works is incomplete. Let your actions demonstrate your belief. 4. Simplify and remove distractions. The blessing requires focus. This is not the hour to be scattered or pulled into endless busyness. Pay attention to what drains you, to what steals your energy, to what pulls your eyes away from God's promises. Simplify. Prioritize. Create space in your life so the blessing has room to land. 5. Speak life over your path. Your words carry weight. In this season, declare the promises of God over your life. Refuse to speak defeat, lack, or despair. Instead, daily proclaim, "I am chosen. I am sealed." Nothing can stop what God has begun. These declarations shape the atmosphere around you and strengthen your spirit against doubt. 6. Steward what you already have. Before God increases, He watches how you handle the little. Be faithful with what is in your hand right now. Manage your time wisely, honor your commitments, give generously, even if it's small, and treat current responsibilities as sacred. Stewardship is proof to heaven that you are ready for more. 7. Position yourself in community. Though you are chosen, you are not meant to walk alone. Surround yourself with voices of faith, people who encourage uplift, and align with God's word over your life. Isolation can breed doubt, but godly community strengthens courage. Be discerning about who speaks into your life in this season. 8. Keep your eyes on the giver, not the gift. The blessing is powerful, but it is not the end, it is a doorway. Fix your eyes on the one who gave it, not merely on what you receive. When you focus on God, the blessing becomes a tool for His glory, not a distraction. Chosen one. Hear this clearly, these instructions are not burdens, they are empowerment. They are not chains, they are keys. Each one is designed to align you with heaven's flow, so that when the blessing breaks forth, you will not only receive it, but sustain it. Take them seriously, apply them diligently, and trust that as you obey, the blessing sealed by God will manifest in its appointed time with unstoppable power. Chosen one. As you prepare to walk into this sealed blessing, know this, you are not walking alone. Heaven has surrounded you with protection. The same God who spoke the promise has also stationed His covering over your life. This assurance is not wishful thinking, it is divine guarantee. Picture this, a fortress built high upon a mountain, its walls impenetrable, its gates unshakable. Inside you are safe. No arrow can pierce, no intruder can break through. That is the covering of God over you in this season. Even as the enemy tries to wage war, his attempts will fail, for the seal of the Lord is your shield. You may feel vulnerable at times, uncertain of how things will unfold. But listen, protection does not always mean the absence of storms. It means that even when the winds blow, you will remain standing. Just as the 3 Hebrew men walked through the fire without the smell of smoke, you will walk through trials untouched. God's covering does not always remove the challenge, but it ensures you emerge victorious. The blessing that is sealed for you is guarded by heaven itself. Angels are on assignment surrounding you with unseen strength. The Holy Spirit whispers guidance in moments of confusion, and the presence of God goes before you, preparing the way. This is your assurance: the one who promised is also the one who protects. Chosen one, let peace settle in your heart. You do not have to fear missing the blessing. You do not have to fear losing it. What God has sealed cannot be stolen. Even if others try to imitate, compete, or oppose, their efforts will fall flat. Your blessing has your name written on it. It will not pass you by, and it cannot be redirected. And here is the sweetest truth: the blessing is not the only gift. God Himself is with you. The greatest assurance is His presence. When you feel weak, He strengthens you. When you feel uncertain, He steadies you. When you feel alone, He reminds you, "I will never leave you nor forsake you." So rest. Let the assurance of heaven quiet your anxieties. You do not need to strive to force or to chase. Simply remain faithful, remain aligned, and remain at peace. For the blessing is sealed, the covering is sure, and the victory is already written. Chosen one, you are safe in the hands of the Almighty, and nothing, absolutely nothing, can stop what He has ordained for you. Chosen one, imagine for a moment the weight of this season lifting off your shoulders. The prayers you once prayed in tears are now answered with joy. The doors that stood closed for years are wide open. The uncertainty that haunted you has been replaced with clarity and peace. This is the transformation you are stepping into. When the sealed blessing manifests, it will not be small. It will not be hidden. It will be a visible, undeniable shift. Those who once questioned you will marvel. Those who once doubted you will be silenced. And those who have walked with you faithfully will rejoice with you. For this is not just about provision, it is about fulfillment. The transformation. Within, the greatest change will not be in what you possess, but in who you are. You will notice new confidence rising within you, not rooted in pride but in assurance. You will carry yourself differently because you will know deep in your spirit that you are walking in the timing and purpose of God. Fear will lose its grip, anxiety will loosen its chains, and doubt will fade into the background. You will stand tall, not because life is suddenly perfect, but because your identity as God's chosen is fully revealed. The fulfillment around you, circumstances will begin to align. Where there was lack, provision will flow. Where there was delay, acceleration will come. Where there was confusion, divine clarity will light the way. The blessing will impact every sphere of your life, your relationships, your work, your calling, even your inner peace. You will see harmony where there was once discord and breakthrough where there was once blockage. The ripple effect. But chosen one, do not forget, this blessing is bigger than you. It will ripple outward, touching those connected to you. Family members will find healing, friends will find encouragement, and strangers will be drawn to the light shining from your life. Your testimony will become a beacon, inspiring others to trust in God's timing. This fulfillment is not selfish, it is generational. It will outlive you. The gratitude that flows. And as it all unfolds, your heart will overflow with gratitude. Tears will still come, but they will be tears of joy. Prayers will still rise, but they will be prayers of thanksgiving. You will realize that every delay was divine, every trial was purposeful, every challenge was shaping you for this moment. Gratitude will become your daily song, because you will know you did not earn this blessing. It was grace. The new chapter, transformation and fulfillment. Mark not the end of your journey, but the beginning of a new one. With the blessing comes responsibility. With the fulfillment comes new assignments. But you will step into these with courage and readiness because you now understand the same God who sealed the blessing is the same God who sustains it. Chosen one, take this to heart. Your transformation is already underway. Fulfillment is not a distant dream. It is the next step. You are about to step into the reality of what has been promised. And nothing, no power, no force, no delay can stop it. This is your time. This is your season. The blessing is here. Chosen one. Now that the word has been released and the prophecy unveiled, it is time to anchor it within your heart. Words carry power, and when you declare them, you align your spirit with heaven's decree. So let us close this message with affirmations and a blessing that will seal this promise over your life. Affirmations. Repeat these truths out loud with faith and authority as often as you need. 1. I am chosen, sealed, and protected by God's hand. 2. Nothing and no one can stop the blessing prepared for me. 3. I walk in divine timing with faith and courage. 4. What God has begun in me, He will bring to completion. Chosen one, speak these affirmations daily. Let them take root in your spirit. They are not just words, they are spiritual weapons that silence fear and strengthen faith. Final blessing. And now receive this blessing. May the peace of God guard your heart and mind, and as you step forward into this new season, may every shadow of doubt be replaced with the light of assurance. May the seal of heaven over your blessing remain unbroken, untouchable, and undeniable. May you walk boldly knowing that angels surround you, that the Spirit guides you, and that the hand of God upholds you. May your life overflow with gratitude, your path be filled with clarity, and your spirit rise with strength. May the blessing that comes transform not only your circumstances, but your identity, your influence, and your destiny. May you remember always that you are chosen, you are loved, and you are unstoppable when walking in the will of God. And may this word be established in your life not by human might, nor by chance, but by the eternal decree of the Almighty. It is done. It is sealed. It is yours. Chosen one. Walk in faith, walk in joy, and walk in expectation. For nothing, absolutely nothing, can stop this blessing.